If you can DM somebody, there's a very, very high chance it actually gets read. In order to DM somebody, they must have accepted your connection request, which means that they are active on LinkedIn in some capacity. Also, most people have at most a couple thousand connections, so there are very few people who can actually DM them. This means that if you were to message them on LinkedIn via DM, not an InMail, there's a very high chance that you're actually going to get your message seen. Now, whether they respond comes down to a lot of other factors like the message itself, the timeliness of it, and who you are, which is other stuff that you can kind of control as well. But this is really a conversation around DMs versus InMails. When you InMail somebody, you're essentially paying for them to see your message, and they can tell that it is actually an InMail. And so they know that you've actually paid to get in front of them. Instinctively, as a recipient, this makes me think that you're trying to sell me something and makes me just kind of blank out and ignore your message. Also, if you look at the experience from the receiver side on LinkedIn, they break out the experience into multiple tabs. So here you can see my focus tab. This is where all the messages I get and respond to are received. And then I have my other tab over here where you can see all of my InMails, most of which I have never read. And so that is essentially the experience um, the people you're messaging are also experiencing as well. And so I would stop thinking about LinkedIn in terms of InMails. They're actually fairly ineffective and also a negative signal. And I would start thinking about how to DM people instead. Now, if you do have to get somebody via InMail and you're really confident about your messaging and they are not connecting with you, go for it. But I would treat it as a last resort as opposed to your first option in terms of reaching out to somebody on LinkedIn.